Okay. And we are on. Hi, everyone. Welcome to another edition of our High Masterclass number 45. And today we have a really big comeback. David Marques is here with us to make another High Masterclass. That is the one that made the first High Masterclass in history. He probably doesn't remember it, but yeah, it was him. And today we are here to talk about using AI as a developer. And David Marques is here to talk to you about this topic. So, hi, David. How are you?
Hello, João. I'm well, thank you. And you?
I'm fine. And I'm ready to kick this high masterclass on. And we are going to talk about using AI as a developer. And before David starts his presentation, let me ask you to please drop us a like, as always, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We would be more than thankful for that. You can stay in touch with all our high masterclasses and the masterclasses that are hard to come, and and plenty more content like this that we have prepared for you. We have a high talk coming up, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, without further to add, let me say that David has wrote an article about this topic. You can check it on the description of this video and also on the next slide, uh, where we have a QR code where you can scan it and check the article that David has wrote. You will have a full guide on how to use AI as a developer. And yeah, so David, um, what do you think that this presentation can bring to the ones watching?
Let me think. So, I think for developers in special that didn't start using AI tools yet, this presentation will give you some highlights AI can help us in our daily tasks. How can accelerate our job, our tasks.
Okay, so for the ones at home that are here for that, let's start this presentation, David. Let's go.
Yes, only to complete it because everyone listen that AI will take our jobs, and some developers are afraid to use it. But I will try to answer this question. AI don't take our jobs; will help us only.
For sure, for
So
sure.
let's go. Hope you enjoy. As João said, I think was the guy that did the first masterclass.
Yeah,
Uh,
you
I
were.
hope you enjoy the next one and the future. I want to back more times. Let me say about something about you. I'm not a full-time developer anymore. I'm a manager, but obviously I like to put my hands in the code. And in the recently months, we are working on something special with AI. We hope in the next months we can bring to you new features, and it can help you with design systems and UI development. But let's start with the small things, okay? Let's start with the tools that we already have to use it and everyone can use it in daily tasks. So my perspective about AI tools in development context. AI is not the future. AI is the present. Okay, who thinks that AI will be in the future something that help us doing something, solve something? Not. It's already solving. Everyone's at work in software development, in IT. It's already use AI. Sometimes we don't know, but in this case, what I share here, some logos, are logos from tools that help developers complete coding tasks. Okay, it's not one, two, or three. Are a bunch of them. Okay, a bunch of them to help us. Another thing, if you are not a developer, you also use AI. You can use AI in your mail clients, in Excel, in Words, in your Zoom meeting, to do a lot of things. You probably have already checked that you have a plugin or something that complete what you are writing, so can be helpful for everyone, and it's already be helpful for people that work in the computer. It's the basics. If you are working on the computer, you have a lot of tools to use it. AI will not solve everything, just for now, okay? But I think never solve everything. Obviously, this image is a joke, but it's the common idea that everyone's have about UI. Oh, okay, it can be helpful, can generate a video, can generate an image, can generate code, but do mistakes. Yes, everyone do mistakes. AI do more mistakes than humans for now, but can be faster than humans. This is important, okay? And can use more data than humans, okay? We are here to solve the mistakes, but let AI help us in our daily routines. In my opinion, AI, it's to be helpful, not to take our jobs. Don't have afraid to use it. AI as a developer, I need to share something it's common for me. So how I or when or where I use AI. So I use AI to accelerate repetitive tasks, something that I do every day, most one time a day, 100 times a day. So I try to reproduce this pattern. So teach the AI to help me do something. For example, as a developer, I don't like, or the most common developers forget to leave comments in the code. AI can do this for us. For example, when you are writing something, AI can help you finish this content. Okay, try to return what is expected. Reproduce common patterns. AI can help you follow the guideline. So follow the style guide, follow the name conventions, follow the code conventions. AI can recognize patterns in your code and reply those patterns in the future code. Review your code based on what you have already done. Alternative explorations. I use AI a lot to give me other ways of doing. For example, if I'm create a function with this type of logic, with this algorithm, typically I select the code and ask AI, give me other ways to do it. It's the best way to learn, but also to choose another option that can be better than the first one, okay, that you did. AI tools help with 80% of the tasks, and we still need the expertise to handle with the remaining 20%. This is the idea that I have about AI. Doesn't return everything as I want, but return 80% that I want, and the other 20 I need to review or finish or complete. I think in the future, AI will be something like this. You need the expertise to fix what is wrong or what is not as you like, and the 80% is done by AI. Okay, so that's why I said that AI help us to accelerate, but not help us to finish the task. It's like you have a racing car, the last kilometers you need to be done by you, not by the car. AI buzz. In the last 3 years, I think some years, some 15 years ago, 20 years ago, AI as a human was an idea in the movies and sometimes in IT companies. Today, AI as a robot, a digital prompt, when OpenAI give us an opportunity to access easy access to the prompt, I think AI grows a lot. and the IT companies bring the AI narrative as a heavily used in the marketing departments. So in most of the case, they are using AI narrative only to sell, to generate leads. Doesn't mean that the companies are using AI exactly. And everything starts what is AI, and when I can decide that this is AI feature or not. This can be a good question. But if you pay attention, all IT companies are using AI narrative, but not only IT companies. Today we can see a lot of physical products that are saying that using AI to do something in the cars, in the public transportation. So we are checking the AI narrative for everything, especially in IT, because everyone think that the AI will solve everything. Not only accelerate your business, help people complete the tasks. Only accelerate, doesn't replace people, in my perspective. AI is not an expert. If you are an expert, a senior developer, one of points that you will find is that AI doesn't return everything as you need, okay, as you want. If you are asking something about generating codes, about performance, with well performance, the results often are inadequate, and sometimes the suggestions are weak. Okay, if you understand the code, you'll find some leaks. Okay, some errors, some mistakes, and sometimes this can be painful for you. So you need to be aware that AI generate code based on, in this case, in my specific case, GitHub. This means that probably 70% of the code are done by junior developers and the other 30 by senior developers. This means that only 30% of the code is a great code, a code that can be followed by example. So 70% of content generated by AI, the code generated by AI, is not a good example. This means that you need to review the answers that the AI give you. Okay, it's important. And the other thing that in the case of the GitHub, the code that are in GitHub today, more than 50%, I think it's more than 50%, but let's think about 50%, was generated by AI. But tomorrow will be 60, and after tomorrow will be 70, and probably next year will be 90. This means that the code that AI will return for you will be in the future not so well as you expected, and not probably in the future the idea of code generating will be not a good tool in my perspective if something not change. Okay, so as I said, AI, it's a great tool, but you need to have also the knowledge to review the code to be helpful to use it. Okay. GitHub Copilot. GitHub Copilot is a tool developed by Microsoft. In this case, because GitHub it's from Microsoft, and helps developers in our daily routines, daily tasks. Okay, this is the idea. So have an AI, an assistant that can help us to coding. I can say coding. It's not only about coding, but I can say coding. Pros and cons about using this tool. and in specific AI. Learning. In my perspective and in my experience, I learn a lot with GitHub Copilot. It's because sometimes returns something that I didn't know until that time. Give me other ways of doing with other functions, other methods. So I'm learning at this moment. So reviewing other code. In this case, it's like working with other developers. Acceleration. Yes, if you, for example, if you want to generate a function, if you want to review your code, if you want to add comments, or if you want to create files, acceleration it's something not 1, 2, 3 times. I think it can be 10 times faster, or sometimes more. Handling boring tasks. Imagine, for example, that you need to add, you have a project with a bunch of files, 1,000 of files, and you need to add on top of this project specific description with some content. You need to go to all files and add manually. Obviously, not manually because you have tools to do it, but you can ask to Copilot, add this content on top of all files with a specific description, what the files means and does. And it's a second to do it. Quality. In terms of quality, I was talking about code generated. It's not perfect, but in terms of quality, AI, in this case, Copilot, can be, for example, helpful to review your code, to ensure your code conventions, your name conventions, your patterns, your comments. So can be like the other guy that do the code review for you. Okay, and you can ask, review my code with those guidelines. Okay, in terms of quality, I think it's one of the great tools to use. Okay, you can ensure that you are following the guidelines. Cons. So in my perspective, business errors. Obviously, AI doesn't know about the business as you know, the rules. You can teach him, you can say, follow this guideline, follow this rule, apply this guideline from the company. You can teach him. It's a way to solve this type of leak. But in my perspective, obviously, I will not follow the right business that you have in mind if you didn't teach him. Okay. Deprecated code. In my perspective, this is something that happens with me. So when you are using libraries and frameworks, sometimes the AI doesn't have the latest version of those libraries, and will generate code. I cannot say deprecated, but code that you don't want to use it. But one more time, when it happens, you can teach him. You can say, "Oh, now I'm using this version, and to do that, I use this way." Okay, in the future, AI will generate the code based on this feedback. And also, as I said, low level of expertise. Take in consideration AI. It's helpful. Generate code based on, in this case, GitHub repositories. And the other part, the 10%, the 20%, the expertise that you know, but it's not a common pattern in the community. You need to review, you need to code or teach him to generate the code this way. Okay. So AI, it's not an expert. Sorry. The feature I use most. So only to review something here. So I will share visual tips, visual features to use as a developer, in this case with GitHub Copilot, only to share an idea how we can use it. Answer technical questions. So here in the image, what I'm doing, I'm asking to GitHub Copilot to teach me. I'm doing a question how to add a CSS file in the HTML file. I'm asking, but also I can ask to do it. But in this case, I'm asking, and the GitHub Copilot, it's giving an example how to do it. Code suggestions. When you are coding, AI, GitHub Copilot will follow you and will try to complete what you are doing, give you some feedback. As you can see, I was writing a function to get last Monday of the month, and the Copilot understands, helped me to complete the function and generate the logic, the algorithm for me. I only write the name of the function. I didn't ask anything to go to Copilot, and only set the name of the function. He understands what I was trying to do and give me a full algorithm to complete the function. Probably I will spend some minutes to do it, and in this case, 3 seconds. This is the difference. Generate codes. So you can ask to Copilot generate a specific code for me. In this case, I think I'm asking to connect to ChatGPT to receive a message, a prompt, and return the message, the content that ChatGPT answered for this question. So what I'm doing here is asking to Copilot to create an interface as ChatGPT, connect ChatGPT and give me the data to my interface. So I'm creating a prompt like a chatbot in seconds. And this is something complex. It's for senior developer to do it. It's not probably a junior developer that can do this. Documentation. For me, one of the best features. In this case, I'm showing a function, the get last day of the month, and I'm asking to ChatGPT to add a documentation, leave a comment on top of the function following the JavaScript documentation, the pattern JavaScript documentation that can be helpful for the future to generate documentation from the project. It's the Copilot understand the code, what the code does, and give a description with input parameters description and the description that explain what the function does. Okay, so it's something that everyone can use it, and obviously it sometimes need a review. Yes, no, don't worry about this. This is common, but can be very helpful. Field commit message. So for who using Git, in this case VS Code, we have a button when we are doing commits. When you are using the interface of Git for VS Code, we press the button and Copilot return a suggestion of commit for us. For me, it's super helpful. Obviously, sometimes I review it. I need to recheck the suggestion, but other times it's better than my first commit. And everyone have some leak, some troubles when we are doing commit descriptions. Solve errors. When you have complex code and you don't understand exactly what the algorithm, what the function are doing, and you have an error, you can ask Copilot to solve the error or explain the error also. Give you a suggestion to solve or change the code to solve. It's a good way, not for simple code, but when you have a bunch of lines and it's difficult to understand, you can ask to Copilot to solve for you. Obviously, what Copilot does, it's a suggestion you can apply or not. Okay, before the generate and change the code, Copilot suggests one or more solutions to fix your code. And here the magic it's starting. If you are if you have HTML, for example, you build your first you code your HTML. If you follow well a pattern in terms of conventions and name conventions and code conventions, it's possible to generate CSS for this HTML. So in this example, as you can see, I have HTML, I think a cards, and I ask to Copilot to generate the CSS for this card. Okay, it's something that we are working on at High Interactive to help us with the design systems. And also, if you have the CSS, you can ask to ChatGPT to generate the HTML. Have in consideration, if you have a well pattern, a well CSS naming conventions, a well HTML naming conventions, in this case, CSS naming conventions, the AI, the Copilot, can generate the code for you. Okay, sometimes you need to adjustment, will generate only 80% of the that I need. It's 80% of your work. Okay, that can be done in seconds. Review name conventions. Okay, it's as one of my tasks is code review. In this example, I use CSS BEM, and in the end of the last class, CSS class, as you can see, I have card footer, but this card footer is following the camel case, not CSS BEM. I asked to Copilot to review my code following the name conventions. He understands the pattern. I didn't say that I'm using CSS BEM. He understands the most common pattern is CSS BEM, and fix the others that are not following the CSS BEM. So it's the last one, the card footer, and apply the CSS BEM as you can see. So it's a great tool to find and to review our code. It's like find mistakes and fix it. Okay, it's a well tool. It's a great tool to code review. And I think the last example. Okay, those are only examples, not the features. We can do a lot of things. I have a project, JavaScript project. I think it's a Node project, and I asked to ChatGPT to generate my package file. He understands what I have in my project, which dependencies and that need to be installed, and generate the package with all requirements for my project. Okay, this happens in the specific case when I was talking with a teammate, a friend, and he said, "Oh, it's here in the environment. It's missing the package file." We only asked to AI to return the package, and the issue was solved within seconds. And that's it, guys. Was fast, was only an introduction for who it's not using yet AI tools as a developer in the daily tasks. It's a small idea, okay? It's the beginning that everyone can use it. Install the Copilot and try do things with the Copilot. But the thing it's bigger than what you see here. But we need to start to do something.
Hope you enjoy it. For sure. So yeah, David, thanks for this great presentation. I think that the ones that I really got, like you said, like the beginning of working with AI
the beginning.
in your development. So And thanks to the ones at home that stood by till the end and watched this masterclass. Let me just say that, let me repeat myself from the beginning, that David has wrote an article about this. You can check even the visual demos that David showed us. They are on the article that he has wrote. It's on the description of this video. You can check it. And yeah, without further to add, thank you all. Stay tuned for more masterclasses to come. David has said in the beginning that he's trying to do more of this high masterclass. We really hope so, and
About the
we
yes,
really enjoy
about
having
AI will happen.
yeah, and we really enjoy having you around here. So thanks for that, and stay tuned for more. And bye bye. Thank you all.
Bye, guys.
Bye.